Hello top notchers, how are you all doing guys? I hope you are doing great and amazing. بنكمل مع بعض short story program, time story. So speaking course, automatic English, alright? So the short story ديت pretty long, okay? But it's very very helpful and stick with me till the end. كمل معايا للآخر. Short story, it's gonna be very very good. Okay, هنطلع منها بكلمات كويسة جدا وكلمات مفيدة جدا. Okay, so family is uneasy when one sister dates other's ex-lover. Okay, it's very very interesting story. So dear Abby, my sister Jane and I are both in our mid-50s. Jane has had numerous affairs over the past several years after her third divorce and was involved in an intimate relationship with a terrific man. Well, that lasted about 3 months. Jane broke up with Will several months after she decided he wasn't what she was looking for, and she's presently engaged to be married to a very nice man, Sam, and seems very happy. I dated Will several times before he and Jane became involved. We weren't intimate at that time and we started seeing each other again over the last month. This time we have fallen in love. My problem is Jane is upset that Will and I are together and says I have betrayed her. She's worried about having her former and current lovers present at the family gatherings, and our parents are also concerned. They say it's just weird. The fact that my sister was intimate with Will doesn't bother me or Will, but it sure bothers them. So Abby, I have always been the good girl in the family and bowed to their pressure. But my relationship with Will is more than I could have ever imagined, and I don't want to give up my future happiness just to make my sister and my parents more comfortable. My adult children have all met and approve of Will and our relationship, but Jane and my parents won't budge. Any suggestions? Wants Will and wanna wash. So بيرد عليها أبي بقى. Dear wants Will, perhaps it's time to stop being the good girl. Begin acting like a woman who knows what she wants and confront the double standard in your family. If your sister was sophisticated enough to have serial affairs and your parents have been so worldly they have turned a blind eye to it, then they should all be adult enough to realize that you're entitled to your happiness too. Although this may make for some awkward first few family gatherings as grown-ups, everyone should be able to get past it. But if they can't, you're going to have to decide whether you want this man or to be a people pleaser for the rest of your life. في من ستوري هنكملها بعدين، بس تعالوا نشرح الشورت ستوري ديت، نطلع كلمات او نشوف الكلمات الصعبة اللي فيها. Alright, so family is uneasy, uncomfortable. Alright, uneasy means uncomfortable. Alright. When one sister dates other's ex-lover, okay? Dear Abby, my sister Jane and I are both in our mid-50s, 55, 56. Jane has numerous affairs or has had numerous affairs. Numerous means huge or many affairs. Affairs, a relationship outside marriage, okay? Affairs. يعني علاقات خارج الجواز, okay? Just affairs, alright? Just علاقات نزوات كده. Over the past several years, after her third divorce, okay? And was involved in an intimate relationship. So involved in and involved with. Involved in something, تيجي بعدها something زي intimate relationship. طيب involved with هتبقى مع someone, okay? وهنجي لها دلوقتي. So she was involved in plus something, intimate relationship, close relationship. Intimate means close, very close relationship with a terrific man. Well, okay, that continued, right, about 3 months. لثلاث شهور. Jane broke up, separated, right? Broke up. When you break up, you separate, alright? You leave this relationship. So then she broke up, separated with Will several months after she decided that he wasn't what she was looking for. Alright, it wasn't what they were looking for. لا ما كنتش انا عاوزه ده. Okay, she is presently engaged to be married to a very nice man, Sam, and seems very happy. يا ما بترحمش ما شاء الله جين دي. Okay, Sam and seems very happy to that man, and she's gonna be married to him, or she's engaged to be مخطوبة له. So I dated well several times before he and Jane became involved. هي كانت بقى on a date with him. Okay, before he and Jane became involved. We weren't intimate, we weren't close enough, okay, at that time. Alright, so, and we started seeing each other over the last month. Started seeing each other, بدأوا يشوفوا بعض مرة تانية. This time, we have fallen in love. حابوا بعض المرة دي. My problem is Jane is upset. Upset, annoyed, okay? Means annoyed, متضايقة. That Will and I are together and says I have betrayed her. Betray, stab someone in the back. When you stab someone in the back, means betray. خانتها يعني. She is worried about having her former and current lovers present at family gatherings. Gatherings means meetings. So her former and current lovers. So it's awkward to Jane, of course. Alright. So family gatherings, family reunion. Okay. اجتماع العائلة أو family meeting. So, and our parents are also concerned. Concerned means worried. Concerned له two meanings. Okay. Interested or worried. Okay, بس هنا معناها worried. They say it's just weird, strange, weird. The fact that my sister was intimate, was close with Will, doesn't bother me or Will, but it sure bothers them. مضايقهم هم، مش مضايقنا احنا. So Abby, I have always been the good girl in the family. Good girl, right? Just obeyed. She obeyed everything. She bowed to their pressure, right? Did everything they wanted from her. Bowed to their pressure means she obeyed them. Okay, she just do what others want. When you bow to someone pressure, so you do what they want. Okay, so but my relationship with Will is more than I could have ever imagined, and I don't want to give up my future happiness just to make my sister and my parents more comfortable. My adult children have all met and approve of Will and our relationship, but Jane and my parents won't budge, won't move. But won't budge means won't move. Okay, any suggestions? Wants well and walla wash. So, dear wants well, perhaps it's time to stop being the good girl. Begin acting like a woman who knows what she wants. And confront, face the double standard. Double standard يعني مزدوج المعايير. Okay, means مزدوج المعايير. A set of principles that has a lot of different points of view. So confront, face the double standard in your family. If your sister was sophisticated متحضرة, okay, civilized enough to have serial affairs, she had serial affairs, alright, and your parents have been so worldly, they have turned a blind eye to it, turned a blind on it, ignored it. And she had several affairs and your parents just ignored it, alright? So they have turned a blind eye to it. Then they should all be adult enough to realize that you are entitled to your happiness too. So although this may make for some awkward first few family gatherings, هيبقى awkward الموضوع في أول family gatherings و meetings في reunion بتاعهم, as grown-ups, everyone should be able to get past it, overcome it. Get past it, overcome it, okay? But if they can't, you're going to have to decide whether you want this man or to be a people pleaser for the rest of your life. People pleaser, just do what others wants you to do, okay? Or what others think of you, all right? All right, don't give a shit about others. Just do whatever the fuck you want, okay? So, all right, so that's the words, okay? طيب هنشوفها تحت كده. Oh, double standard, a set of principles that applies differently and usually more rigorously to one group of people or circumstances than to another. Okay, so مزدوج المعايير. Uneasy, uncomfortable. Numerous, many affairs. A relation outside marriage. Okay, involved in something. Involved with Sam. Involved with Will. وهكذا. Intimate, close relationship. Intimate relationship, close relationship. Break up, end the relationship or separated. Alright, so upset, annoyed, betray, stab in the back. Former, previous, current, now. So former and current lovers. Okay, so current now, gather, meeting or reunion. Concerned, worried or interested. Weird, strange. Bow to their pressure, follow their instructions, okay, or do what others want. Approve of, agree on. won't budge, won't move. Okay طيب. So let's read that one again. اوكي وبعد كده هنشوف الميني ستوري ديت. هي نفس الكلمات بس محطوطه في ميني ستوري اللي انا بقول لكم عليها، اللي انت تكتبها تاخد الكلمات وتحطها انت في شورت ستوري من عندك. Alright, so family is uneasy, uncomfortable with one sister dates other's ex-lover. Dear Abby, my sister Jane and I are both in our mid-50s. Jane has had numerous affairs, many affairs, relationships outside marriage over the past several years after her third divorce, and was involved in an intimate relationship with a terrific man, well, that lasted about 3 months. Jane broke up, separated, and ended the relationship with Well several months after she decided that he wasn't what she was looking for. And she's presently engaged to be married to a very nice man, Sam, and seems very, very happy. I dated happy, thrilled. خدنا كلمة happy قلنا لها مقابل مرادفة thrilled or ecstatic. Remember the last story? I dated Well several times before he and Jane became involved, right? Became with each other. We weren't intimate, close enough at the time, and we started seeing each other again over the last month. This time we have fallen in love. My problem with Jane is upset, annoyed that Well and I are together, and says I have betrayed her, stabbed her in the back. She is worried about having her former and current lover, now lovers, present at family gatherings, family meetings, or reunion. And our parents are also concerned. Then they say it's just weird, strange. The fact that my sister was intimate with Well doesn't bother me, or Well, but it sure bothers them. Alright, so Abby, I have always been the good girl in the family and bowed to their pressure, followed their instructions, and did what they want. But my relationship with Well is more than I could have ever imagined, and I don't want to give up my future happiness just to make my sister and my parents more comfortable. My adult children have all met and approve of Well, agree on Well, and our relationship. But Jane and my parents won't budge, won't move. Any suggestions? Wants Well and Walla Walla Wash. Dear Wants Well, perhaps it's time to stop being the good girl, begin acting like a woman who knows what she wants, and face the double standard, the set of principles that has two opinions in your family. If your sister was sophisticated, civilized enough to have serial affairs, and your parents have been so worldly, they have turned a blind eye to it, ignored it, then they should all be adult enough to realize that you're entitled to your happiness too. Although this may make for some awkward first few family gatherings or meetings, as grown-ups, everyone should be able to get past it, overcome it, just, forget it. But if they can't, you're going to have to decide whether you want this man or to be a people pleaser for the rest of your life. People pleaser, do what others want. Alright, so mini story. So there is a badass Marine named Søren. He has an intimate relationship with Julia Roberts. They are very, very close. Søren likes Julia, but one day he decides she's not what he's looking for. He breaks up with Julia. Julia feels betrayed, stabbed in the back. She says, "How can you do this to me? Why are you hurting me? Please take me back." But Søren won't budge, won't move. He says, "No, I don't want you, Julia." Julia can't can't forget the breakup. Every day she follows Søren, every day she calls him. At first, Søren turns a blind eye to her behavior, just ignored her behavior, but finally he can't ignore it anymore. He yells at Julia and says, remember the first story, he yells at her, "What's up?" So he shouted at Julia and says, "I won't bow to this pressure. I won't bow to this pressure, so I won't do what you want, okay? I won't follow your instructions. I won't take you back. So leave me alone." Julia asks, "Do you have another girlfriend?" He says, "Yes, I'm dating Hillary Clinton now. She's rich and very powerful." "Really? Wow, I like her. I'm going to vote for her," says Julia. She says, "I still feel a little uneasy, uncomfortable, but if you are dating Hillary, I guess it's okay." Julia smiles and walks away. As she leaves, she yells, "So is Bill free for dating?" So this is very, very funny one, okay, mini story. So there is a badass, you're a badass at making money, you're a badass means badass, you are just an amazing person, you are a strong person. So there is a badass Marine named Søren, Okay, so he has an intimate relationship, close relationship with Julia Roberts. She's an actress. They are very, very close. So Cyril likes Julia, but one day he decides that she's not what he's looking for. Damn. So he breaks up with Julia. She feels betrayed, right? She just stabbed in the back. She says, how can you do this to me? Why are you hurting me? Please take me back. هي اللي يعني بتترجى له، هي ترجع له. يا سلام. But Cyril won't budge, won't move. راجل ثابت على موقفه. He says, no, I don't want you, Julia. Julia can't get past the breakup. She cannot forget him. Every day she follows Cyril. Every day she calls him. She's a stalker, right? So at first, Cyril turns a blind eye to her behavior. So she ignores her behavior, right? He ignores her behavior. But finally, he can't ignore it anymore. He yells at Julia and says, I won't bow to this pressure. I don't want you, okay? I cannot take you back. I won't take you back. So leave me alone. Julia asks, do you have another girlfriend? عندك girlfriend تانية? He says, yes, I'm dating Hillary Clinton now. Hillary Clinton, she's very rich and very powerful, of course. Really? Wow, I like her. عجبها الكلام طبعا, I'm going to vote for her. كمان, says Julia. She says, I still feel a little uneasy, uncomfortable. But if you're dating Hillary, I guess it's okay. Hillary بقى خلاص نست الموضوع كده. Julia smiles and walks away. As she leaves, she yells, so is Bill free for dating? تسأل بقى على Bill Clinton, the husband of Hillary Clinton. So, you know, it's just, you know, sarcastic thing. Is Bill free for dating? هي بقى عاوزة ايه تروح على Bill بقى وتاخده من Hillary بالمرة. Okay, so this is very, very fucked up, but it's really, really hilarious. Okay, so that's it, guys. So we finished the story. I hope it wasn't long enough, but it was very, very powerful. Okay, it was really, really amazing. I loved it. I hope you enjoyed that session and that short story. I love you all guys so much. Take care and you have a wonderful day.